Hello, everybody. This is a extended astrogravitational report from the new moon facing the full moon. Talking about this new moon, full moon lessons, I did videos a long time ago. That was a back into the main channel, but also I did some videos here talk about this. The lessons begin within the new moon. That is a new lesson. That is a when the intuitions and the authority, which is the moon and the sun, are coming in together. This is when the mother and the father coming together to learn the next lessons, the next situations, the next things they need to look for. We have a lot of things are going on, a lot of processes are going to happen. Talking about in about a few days, we are going to be experiencing these shifts. We're going to be looking at this shift that's going to be happening way too much for some to handle. For those who was prepared in the age of Aquarius, you're going to be experiencing the new things. You're going to be able to overcome these pressures, to work with the pressures, and despise everything and anything. You are going to be polishing the lessons, the things that you learn. For those who does not learn the last year, Leo season is going to be repeated itself. And I'm talking about repeat itself because the energy is pretty much the same thing. It has not been changed about. I mean, we have Pluto. There was a in Capricorn. We have these situations with Taurus, Leo things going on, and everything that affects Scorpio. So those fixed signs in there, those you're kind of like stubborn to change all these situations inside of you. You're gonna be looking at within you. There is a lot of informations. I have a lot of notes that I've been taking in there. If you have any comments or anything, please write them down. Write them down, okay? Because of the things that goes on, it is all about you to evolve, you to learn. If you, some of you think that you learned the lessons and you are like, okay, there is nothing else to learn, think again. It is the same thing like in relationships. You got your man, you got your woman, and there you go. Job is done. No, it's not. You have to evolve. You have to learn. You have to grow. You have to mature within the relationship. So this is what are we talking about. It is about the family. The energy is going to be focused particularly about the family. You already probably feeling it, the positiveness of all this that's going to come in. I'm talking about specifically today. That is it. It all depends where you are, but when the midheaven meets the moon and the authority, that is a you understand the activations of these energies that it's coming in there. So what is going to happen is that as you guys know already, the north and the south node shifted. That is the lessons of which you're going to work on it. It is beginning with first of all one thing, establishing your personal boundaries in there, but healthy boundaries, not based of your ego, but it's like, you know what, this is what I prefer, this is what I am, and you have to work with what I am, not trying to change me, push me, rush me, and so on. Because on the base of what I've learned is that is going to be leading to a healing, which is the sound note. There is going in Libra. That is a finding the new ways. You to learn and to cooperate there. So talking about this, there is going to be a divine aspect with Saturn. As you guys know, Saturn is in retrograde. Whoever has not learned the lessons is going to be learned. Who has not learned? Your feminine, your masculine energies has not learned this, and the lessons is going to be a very powerful because you're going to end up in family situations, and guess what? You have now learned the lessons. You're going to repeat the lessons, and that repeating of the lessons is going to be a very much in the personal level. Is that the beauty of if you learn the lessons, you don't have to listen to it. That's it. That report is not going to be for you. You have to polishing things. You have to look at it in this. But if you have not passed the test, you're going to know in about July 19th. Basically, you are going to know in and about 2 days from now. The moon is going to be joining Mercury, and you're not going to like the lessons because Saturn, it is going to be really begin to opposing Mercury. You don't like what you have to go to it. You don't like to repeat situations. You don't like to get in this. Yes, you're not going to like it because it's about you to learn it once and for all. That lessons and begin to evolve, learning new things, new situations, new lessons that you need to grow and mature. But a lot of the people who are going to be turning him back into the past is like, oh my God, I don't want to deal with this. Why you don't want to deal with this? What did you do the last time? Shoving the problem underneath the rock, bury it in your subconsciousness like the problem doesn't exist. Oh well, Saturn it says like, I told you so. Don't put it in there. I'm gonna come back and hunt you back. And some of you is gonna feel this energy is talking about on July 20th. On July 20th, the moon is going to be joining Venus and Mars. There's going to be the divine union. You will understand there has to be a divine union in the family. That is a one of the mother father joins their kids. And understanding the family time. You're going to be find out if you pass the test, everything's going to be okay in Cancer because that's what the sun will still is going to be. Okay, that is going to be this beautiful energies there. They're going to be working with that, and I'm talking about on that date. There's going to be some there's unifications with the divine visions. Why? Because the moon, Mars, and Venus and Lilith on top of everything, they are going to be very close to each other under the divine guidance from who? From the retrograde Neptune and the retrograde Pluto. Things that has not been done, they has to be done. Maybe a lot of family healing, maybe a lot of family members. It's time for them to heal with you, or you have to heal with them. But look at it in there. Please don't use your authority not to transform and not to change. That's not going to help you. You're going to be sabotaging the things that you're going to do from within yourself. Respect everybody else's personal boundaries, but also develop your own healthy boundaries. But do not operate from the ego, because the ego, the situations in there, they're gonna be poo-poo. I mean, come on, Mars is gonna be opposing Saturn and the Sun opposing Pluto. I mean, you basically not gonna do a lot of good things, and especially that Uranus is squaring Mercury, is squaring Lilith, Venus, Mars a little bit because he's attached to the rest of the energies. So lessons has to be learned. July 21st, that's gonna be one of the moon is gonna be really begin to join Mars and opposing Saturn. You're like, man, those lessons I don't want to hear it, I don't want to know about it, and I don't want to be. But you will have very beautiful trines with Jupiter. You will understand the value that you go through these lessons. You're gonna grow, you're gonna mature, and you're gonna be healing. Why? The moon is in Virgo, so is Mars. That is it. The actions is like, it's time to heal this. Stop going through this. It's time to fix the old situations, old relationships. Either going to be cutting off or you are going to heal from within you. Otherwise, if you keep things unspoken, unsaid, you're going to learn this because the moon is going to be drive you nuts. All right, so talking about on the next day, which is July 22nd, there the sun is going to be pretty much entering Leo. I think like because some days he's entering on 22nd, some days he's on 23rd. It all depends. Yes, he's going to be at for some of you that could be your birthday is going to be July 22nd. If you are born before midnight, which is between 10 p.m. and 12 p.m. So, happy birthday, Leos. Monday in that July 22nd is going to be a Saturday, but the moon it's in Virgo. I'm just like the way I wrote it. It says like morning Monday. I don't know. Maybe Monday is going to be a very powerful day for it. But the moon there is going to be at the Virgo at 23 degrees in there. It's going to be very interesting situations because during that shift, that shifting process there, that's going to be affecting some of you so much. I'm trying to adjust this here, right there we go. That time of noon, where the moon is there, it's going to be opposing Neptune. That is about blocking your visions inside of you. But she's going to be trying Uranus, Pluto. That means you have to surrender of what it is. Accept the divine changes in there. Accept the things that they are. Don't fight it because the fight is not going to be helping you. It's not going to serve any purpose in there from within you, especially that the sun, it is actually squaring. That's a 29 degrees sun. Okay, talking about at noon, the sun is going to be at 29 degrees, squaring 29 degrees north node, and squaring 29 degrees south node, and at the same time 29 degrees positions with Pluto. Okay, talking about don't fighting these transformations, let the transformations change in you for good. You're going to find out later on because you're learning through that Jupiter trining the moon in there, and the Jupiter from yesterday, and now Jupiter is trining Uranus, and Uranus is trining Pluto. You understand these sudden changes? They are more than just to require. So go with the flow, go with it, and be ready for the next day because in the 23rd, the moon is going to be going into Libra. It's going to be a divine energies with Saturn, who is retrograde. You understand that the divine lessons there was there. That divine lessons that you kind of like you're trying to escape, but they coming back. The question is are you going to find the balance from within you? Okay, so look at it on that situations. You may going to have a lot of war from within, and that war is going to be coming from the authority. That war is going to be coming from the universe. Uranus is squaring Venus, that it's retrograde and Lilith in there, and you're going to be like, what is it going on? Well, the war, you just pushed it under the rug, was all the time inside of you, all the time was there in your subconsciousness, and create the mess more than you should. It's time to clean up the mess, and the moon is going to actually help you to see the balance, to see the reality the way it is. How is going to show it to you now? The moon is going to transitioning through Libra, and is going to be teaching you the lessons to see the things as they are. Okay, so in the next day, which is we're talking about the 24th, the moon is going to be at 17 degrees of Libra. That's going to be a divine energies with Jupiter. You're learning that you have to mature, grow up to clean up your own mess. Not like acting like the little kid when a mom or dad told you, hey, clean up your room, and you're like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to keep it the way it is. Well, sooner or later, you have to clean it your own because the mess is more than just a mess. Okay, we are going to be talking about that there's going to be a lot of people who's going to be awakening to the truth because Pluto right now sending these divine energies to Venus there is retrograde, and Venus is also in the divine yacht from Pluto and Neptune. Talking about it, I'm going to make a Venus retrograde report, which is going to be a special one because this is going to be a 40 days of going in through and go back in there. It's going to be a little longer report, but for those who likes the proper informations, you guys probably going to be listen to it. That is entirely up to you. There is no click like and subscribe here. Your soul knows what to do. It's the same thing. Your soul will know if you're going to be listening. This energy is here. All right. So talking about the 25th. On the 25th, the moon is going to be at 29 degrees of Libra. That's going to be squaring the sun. It's going to be squaring Pluto, and it's going to be opposing the North Node, but it's going to be joined the South Node. If you learn the lessons, you choose your relationships in there. You choose the peace. Guess what's happening in there? The moon is sextile with Venus retrograde, with Mercury, and the moon, the black moon Lilith. Okay, talking about this is under the divine energies from Pluto and Neptune, because Mercury is joining Venus within divine talk. We are going to be talking about these divine energies right there at the end of Leo. When the sun goes there, that's going to be when the authority is going to learn the divine energies. But Venus is going to come back to the same spot. Now she's going retrograde to learn the divine lessons from within. Talking about those energies of this is going to be a very good divine time. Why? The moon has divine energies towards Neptune, and Neptune has divine energies with Mercury and Venus. Don't have hidden agenda in relationships, because unfortunately the hidden agendas relationships, there's not gonna be. They're all crash, they're all crumbling, and that's gonna be one of the huge lessons in there that the people are going to learn, if you have not learned already. So July 26th, the moon is going to be opposing Uranus. No one like when the universe is pushing you, says like, I don't care, go clean up your mess. You're going to be like, what? Yeah, you can't escape this. But no buts. And some of you is going to feeling this energies, because the moon is going to be going into Scorpio, and by the moon going in transition into Scorpio, there is no growth. You cannot grow, grow up, if you don't clean up your own mess. That's mean grow up. That's mean you to be responsible for your own things that you do, for the promises you didn't fulfill, for the things that you not did. And now the universe is asking you, hey, are you accountable for this? You learn all that, and guess what? Saturn is going to tell you one thing today, specifically today. Saturn is going to be telling you, fix your mess, or if not, you're going to be fixed later. And now you're going to hear it from Saturn. I told you so. What was that I told you so? What was the situations in your past? So later on at July 27th, okay, this is going to be an important day. Open up your ears to listen, but also you to really hearing it from within. Okay, the moon is going to be exiting Scorpio. That is going to be when it's entering Sag. You're going to be telling the things that you didn't tell nobody. You're going to tell the things about the divine lessons. You're going to be talking about the divine interventions that happens inside of you. And the best thing for this day is actually you to confess. You to confess, and that confession is actually maturity. Okay? You don't confess though. The ego's drawn to drive you nuts. Some of you maybe even from that resilience against this, that situations in there. There's going to be huge inner fights. And I'm talking about inner fights because what? The moon is going to be squaring Mercury, Lilith, and Venus coming in together at Leo. All three of them, they're going to be at 28 degrees of Leo. That is going to be squaring Uranus at 22 degrees on these situations, and it's going to be opposing Saturn. Poof. Did that happen to you in the past? Probably did. Be careful with the communications, but the divine is going to be talking to you. The karma is going to be talking to you. The destiny is going to be talking to you. And now you are learning the lessons in there. You are going to see what the divine does to you, for good, for the bad, or for the ugly. You're going to be kind of like a force to evolve. Otherwise, if you're not evolving, it's going on. So talking about this, we're talking about in July 28th, the moon is going to be squaring Saturn and it's going to be squaring Mars. It's like, man, what did I did? I didn't confess. I didn't say the things that I need to say, or I said too little, or I didn't say nothing at all. You're probably gonna find the self guilt tripping from it in you. You're not gonna feel good with this. You're hiding the truth, and that hitting the truth within you. Oof. I don't want to be on some people's spots when it comes into that July 28th. Why? Uranus, it is squaring Lilith, Venus, and Mercury, and out of positions with Saturn. People do not learn the lesson, but the divine lessons is there. And all those three guys, they are going to be in divine energies with Neptune and Pluto, who are going back. It's like, there you go. Review this, rethink this, readjust this. Did you readjust it? Did you getting into these positions? Don't you get it? You have to take it into a new road. Don't you get it? You have to do something new that you have not done before. Don't you get it? And that is going to be internally very good process, because the moon is going to be trining the sun. So talking about on July 28th, 29th, I'm sorry, the moon is going to be in divine aspects with Uranus. You're going to be understand that changes needs to be made from the divine. You may be going to be learning it's time for you to let it go. The divine to do what it needs to be done. The divine adjustments are in order. And you to stop having your personal agendas, your personal push-ups, and your personal visions in there. But who you're gonna be schooling? You're gonna be schooling Mars, Venus, and Mercury at the same time. A lot of beautiful, beautiful internal talks. The sun is in divine energies with Saturn. Your authority is gonna learn to respect the divine from within. Otherwise, life it screws up. You don't grow up, you don't transform, and nothing good is coming. You're still immature. If you're acting immature within yourself, all these issues is about you to mature. For what? For benefit within the family, because that's what the lesson begin. So on July 30th, the moon is going to be at Capricorn, divine energies with the authority. That is going to be divine energies between the moon and Saturn. At this time, where the sun is going to be at the time. So the moon is here, Saturn is here, and they're pouring the energies into the sun and Leo. That is it, like you feel the need where the king has no choice but to mature. The prince has to become the king. The king has to become this responsible personality from within. Maturity, growth. Had it last year done? Congratulations. If you had it done, you're actually going to see the benefits with this. You're going to see those benefits. They are going to be coming in to you. So if you think that the lesson doesn't apply to you, you're probably going to learn that. You're going to learn at the next higher level, at the next higher stage, because the lessons, they never end. Because if the lessons end, you basically die dead. You're not learning. You're not alive. You're not improving yourself. You're not helping anything for evolutions. So that's how it goes. So never stop learning. Be the one who constantly learn. So on July 31st, the moon is going to be trining Mars, Jupiter, Uranus. Things on Earth, we're going to begin to manifest of what you did. If you didn't did the right things, everything's going to go wrong, and the towers is going to be hit you like no tomorrow. Talking about that the moon is joining Pluto and it's opposing the sun begins. You're gonna feel it with those energies. But the moon, it is trining Uranus, and that is a like the sudden changes. You will understand those changes that's happening, those crashes that's happening. They not just happen. You knew. Saturn told you so, and he is going to remind you. So here is, on August 1st, the moon is already at full moon situations. There is a squaring Jupiter, is opposing the sun. The sun doesn't have positive aspects there. There is a divine intuition speaks though, because if you have something in Aquarius, you already know what that means when the moon joins into Aquarius. You're like, I told you that things is gonna be like this. It's the new energies. It's the new way. You didn't choose the new way. You didn't improve yourself. You know, did the inner work. There is nobody you can blame but yourself. But if you looking at within yourself, what are you telling yourself? Are you gonna roll up your sleeves and finish the lesson, or are you just seeing it that this is the conflict that needs to be fixed between the authority and the intuition? All right. So talking about that, there's going to be a lot of intensity through all this. Saturn is going to be opposing Mars, Mercury, and Venus at the same time. These positions, Pluto is opposing the Sun. Sun is also opposing the Moon, and the rest of the energies are not pretty good either. But the divine energies, they are coming in from Pluto and Neptune towards Venus. That is retrograde. Is what are you gonna be talking to your soul? How are you gonna learn these lessons from within the soul? And Saturn, in the sense, it is opposing Venus retrograde, Mercury, and Mars. He's gonna comes in against you, and he's gonna be ending with one thing: you didn't listen. I told you so. And you may not gonna like the way it is, but I'm gonna be doing a special report when the time comes in, when at the full moon, when it's gonna be coming in and transitioning in there, where we are going to have a very special divine moon of joining the sun at the last degrees of Leo. Divine wisdom is gonna be there. All this is for the divine purpose. Guys, thank you so much for watching this report. I hopefully this report helps you in your life, and I appreciate it for the watching and supporting the channel. If you need a personal reading, it is available. Please contact me through Facebook and a private message, and we can set the situations for you. Thank you so much, guys. Be love, be patient, and listening to the divine messages. They're gonna be coming to you. Hopefully you're going to be able to fix your situations in life for the first of all better you, better family.